Welcome, gang. This is Craps Hawaii again, and I'm going to give you a trip report. I came back about a week ago, February 14th, I think I left Vegas. Stayed there from the 9th to the 14th. So, anyway, trip report. The first 3-4 days, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So about 3.5 days, because I got there on the 9th around 8 o'clock in the evening. So about 3.5 days, it was brutal. Brutal. I mean, I haven't seen that kind of bad tables, choppy tables for like years. But this time, it was really, really bad. So anyway, got there, unpacked, stayed at the Nugget, went downstairs and started to play. In my mind, I told myself, my girlfriend's with me, so, I want to have her have a good time too, so I'm going to give her some money to play and whatever. But I thought, well, I'm not going to stay that long, so I only took a $5,000 bankroll. So anyway, went down to the tables after we unpacked, went down to the table, played for a little while. I told myself this trip I'm gonna be disciplined so I can, stay within my bankroll. So if I lose a few hundred or so, I'm gonna walk. And it's exactly what I did, except I play like maybe 6-7 sessions a day. So on the first day I played, I lost 300 on the first session, so I walked. Took a short break, played some Keno machine, video Keno, and some slots. Small kind, penny slots, whatever, dollar something a pool or dollar something a game on Keno. And after I got through doing that, I said, well, there went 100 or so just on slots. So I walked away from the slots, went back to the tables, checked out the tables, see how they were doing. Jumped on the table, didn't buy in for my normal 1,000, I bought in for like $500 and played. Lost another 200-300, walked away. The tables were so bad that I couldn't be there for even hour and a half or so. It's like maybe 45 minutes, and I'm playing small. I'm playing, 76 inside, checking out the table, taking back my bet, so I'll go to 130, play to stay alive, go to the easy, cannot even get 2-3 hits. So I decided, well, next session, I'm going to see how the table's doing, and I'm going to play the dark side. So anyway, went out, played a little bit more Keno slots, played a little bit slots, came back. Pretty proud of myself that I walked away at a $300 loss, another $200 something loss, walked away. Normally I'd buy it for 1,000 and stay there and play it out. But determined to be disciplined, so walked away. Anyway, further on into the night, went back, played another session, and so I started off again with 76 only inside. Couple hits, then it goes to the outside, throwing rubbish numbers, horn numbers, and I don't have it. So maybe hit once or twice on the inside, collect, 7 up. So I decided, okay, I'm going to play the dark side. So I go ahead and put up my Hedgeless Horseman, don't pass, play a lay bet on the 4 to protect the don't, put the hard 4, they throw a number, I pick up my lay bet, pick up my don't, and now I do the come bet and move the bets up, right? So anyway, I'm on the dark side, so now what do? They hit the point, so I lose my don't pass. But by now I got 2-3 come bets up here, and now it's coming out. So I'm not going to hedge my bets, right? So what do? They throw a 7, I lose all of that again, right? So this thing is continuing over and over. I'm on the dark side, I'm losing. I'm on the light side, I'm not getting enough hits, so you end up losing. Again, walked away from the table, thinking, man, this is a choppy table. 3 sessions of choppy. It's not so bad if it's bad all the way one side, so you can at least play the dark, or at least the light side is hitting and you can play the light side. But it's not even either side. Both sides that you were on the table, you would have lost. So anyway, again, proud of myself. Walked away with another $300 loss. But now you're looking at $900 loss, or a little more than that, right? So anyway, called it a night, went to bed. The next day was the 10th, right? So came back down. It was a Friday. I think 9th was Thursday. So came back Friday. Went down, played a little bit. Same thing. Very, very choppy. I tried both sides. Still can't win. I'm down to 76. It's $15 tables if I'm lucky. Other than that, it's $25 tables. So anyway, again, walking away, 300 down, 200 down, sometimes $400 down, thinking that the table might turn, stay a little while longer. Still bad, bad, bad. Anyway, 3 days was like that. But there was a day that Mar from Hawaii Crap Shooters came in. I think that was on the 11th, but she got there like midnight, so we didn't play till like the 12th. And so we went down on the 12th. I think it was early in the morning, so now that's already a Saturday. So we went down, and myself, and Robert, Robert from my videos, right? He was there also with us. So we went early in the morning. Still a little bit choppy, got a little bit more used to the tables, what we should be throwing, how we should be throwing. So now Mar picks up Robert first, in fact, picks up the dice. He throws pretty decent. And this is like going around maybe 2-3 times now. So Robert picks up the dice. He throws pretty decent. We collect some money. Then I pick up the dice, threw a little bit. Not anything great, but maybe 7, 8 rolls, whatever. Getting used to the table. Then Mar did the same thing. Then the dice went around again. Again, Robert threw pretty decent, maybe 6, 7, 8 rolls. And then Mar picked up the dice, and she threw, I think it was 28 rolls. And that was great. At least that helped me and the rest of us get back some of our money. But remember now, I'm down so far that getting back 500 or so is just trying to dig myself out of the hole that I'm already in. So then the dice goes around, comes back to me, and I get lucky, and I throw another 28 or so rolls. So both Mar and I won our hats. And it was a great accomplishment for what the table was doing. I mean, just rolling 25 rolls is really, really hard. I mean, if you get to try that, and I know a lot of you do, it's not all that easy, especially when the table is not rolling your way and you don't have your toss down. So that was that day for them. And then after that, I think all day was up, down, still losing, walking away, everything. Next thing you know, I'm back at the Nugget, and this is on a Sunday now. I think it was a Sunday. So Samu from TTUC, he called me, or actually messaged me, and let me get I forgot to bring it up, but here it is. He gave me one of his shirts. So thanks, Samu, for giving me one of your shirts. I really appreciate it. So anyway, Samu, he texts me, where am I at? I said I'm at the Nugget. And I asked him where he was at, and he said Fremont. So I said, okay, I'll come over there and meet you. So I went over there, met him. I didn't want to bother him. He was on the table. He was rolling. So I just stood to the side in the back of him. And he was on a pretty decent roll. At least double digits he threw. And then the thing went around to a couple other guys. They went to one of his crew people in a corner. and he threw. I'd like to say his name was Robert, but I'm not sure. But anyway, one of his crew people. And that guy, while I was talking to Samu, he threw about 17 rolls, I think it was. And I wasn't on the table again because I was talking to Samu. So anyway, after that, he went to a couple other guys, and I jumped on the table, stick right one. So the dice came to me. I threw 1.7 up. And then I told myself, thinking about how I rolled for my hat, why am I throwing a low toss? When I threw, and when Mar threw, good toss, it was all a nice arc, right? It was a nice arc. So anyway, the thing went back to Samu. I think Samu threw 0.7 also. They went back to around the table, went to his partner. He also threw a couple, like 2-3 rolls out. Then went to a couple guys on the end of the table, not very long. Came back to me, and I told myself, well, Mel, don't forget, throw it with an arc. So I started to throw the dice with an arc. And I rolled 22 rolls. So I felt good about that and made some money on my hand. Then the dice went to Samu, and he picked up the dice, and he threw 34 rolls. Great hand, Samu, great hand. And we all made some more money. And then we called it a day because it was time for the Super Bowl parties to happen. So we all went to the Super Bowl parties. Samu went to theirs, I went to ours at the Nugget. I mean, it was busy, busy, busy. The Super Bowl party has started. Everybody's here. Bunch of people. Hello, we got new ones even. Take care, wish you guys were here. To each other. Luckily, I didn't get sick, so that was good for me. And anyway, Super Bowl party. Now we get out of the party, it's halftime, I want to go shoot craps. So I didn't go back to the party, went to the table at the Nugget. It was super busy. They have 6 tables in the Nugget. 2 are $15 tables. 4 are $25 tables. So I thought, well, let me go check out Fremont. So I went to the Fremont. They have 2 tables going, I think, at the time. 2 or 3. At least 2 of them were $15 tables. I didn't really see what the third table was. Could have been 15. Could have been 25, I'm not sure. But they were crowded also. So I made my way back to the Nugget. Now I'm at the Nugget, and it's Sunday night, right? So I'm playing at the Nugget. Not happening. Again, I'm taking markers now. Marker after marker after marker. I'm looking at myself like, even though I'm being disciplined and I'm walking off the table, I'm still getting hit, right? So you figure, even if you're losing 300, 400, and you're looking at 3.5 days, bad days, and playing 6 to 7 sessions a day, you figure if you lose 310 sessions, that's $3,000. So it adds up quickly. So anyway, did whatever I could, called it a night, played some more slots, whatever, lose some more money in the slots, and then up to the room. Get packed because we're leaving the next day, right? So anyway, we're leaving on Monday, so now get packed after everything, go back down, and now it's my last day. So that last day, I'd like to say, maybe everything was on Saturday, and Sunday it started not bad, after the party. Busy, $25 tables, but probably not bad. But by now, I'm already not losing $7,000, but into playing $7,000. So maybe I'm losing 5, I got 2,000 that I'm downstairs with to play, so I would say I'm in 7,000. So anyway, I started playing, like I said, came down, played, and now I'm checking out the table, finally getting on the table at halftime of Super Bowl. It's busy. So anyway, I get on the table. I'm at stick left one. The dice is going around. Okay, so I just want to check out this table. I'm already losing enough money. So it comes around, and on this side, stick right one, there's a girl. And it's her turn to throw. Now, in Iraq, I have $130, thinking this is going to be when my roll comes. I'm going to play 130 inside. But I'm just waiting. So this girl is throwing. So I put $3 hard 6, $3 hard 8. No place bets. Okay, just figuring that as soon as 7 out, my turn. Well, anyway, she picks up the dice. She starts throwing hard 6. Oh, take my $3 and make 30. So make it 15, 15 on the 6 and 8. Collect out the 3, cut out the $3 loss. And then she starts throwing hard 4. I'm like, wow. So 2 quick hard ways, right? Comes back, shows a 5. Comes back, shows a hard 8. I'm like, wow, that's $50, right? 135 plus my 15. So I go to the quarter. She comes back, she throws another 5. She comes back, she throws the hard 8. Wow. Making 200 something on that one, right? 225. Collect that. Go to 50, she throws it back easy, lose that, start all over at $15. Anyway, she threw a bunch of hard ways, right? 4, 6, 8. When it came soft, I already collected twice on that hard way. I had no money on the 4, 5, 6, and 8 place bets, which I would have made a lot of money because she threw a bunch of 5s, at least 6, 7 5s, at least 7, 8 of the 6 and 8s, and at least half of those hard ways, and that's where I was making my money. And the 4 hard 4, I didn't have that. Anyway, when she got through throwing, I had $560 I made off of my $3 hard 6 and $3 hard 8. I had my money to set up to where I was gonna throw, but I already made myself a promise. Like, when I lose so much, I'm gonna walk. Well, today I made a promise: when I make 500 or more, I'm getting out from that session. So I cashed in. Nope. Came to me, you want to shoot? Nope. Collar me up. Okay, so we collared up, and I made some money on that session. And then, like I said, I met up with Samu, and I threw 22 rolls. He threw 34 rolls, and made some more money over there, at least 500 or more. And it went on like that for every session that I played. I mean, I couldn't do anything wrong. Whatever I played, I won. So it was amazing. You know how, like, a good table all of a sudden turns bad? It was like that. The only thing, it was in the days, like 3 days, 3.5 days, totally bad. And the last day that I'm there, anything I played, except slots, anything that I played on a table, every session, I won 500 or more. So, like I said, I won at least 560 on the girl's hand, and the Samu guy's hand, I think I won 700-800. Then I had some other sessions that I won. And just before I was going home, I came from Fremont, came across to Nugget, because that's where I was staying, and had to get up to the room, get ready, because we're leaving early the next morning. But on my way in to the Nugget, I came across, and I don't know if you guys know, but Nugget has 2 tables, left side, right side. One where the roulette table used to be. There's also a crap table. And one table up this side where sometimes they teach craps in the mornings, like 11 o'clock, they'll teach people who want to learn. Well, that table. So anyway, I came around. So the first table after that table, there were some girls, guys, maybe late 20s. But there was one opening stick left. One. So I wanted to play there. I was getting ready, park my scooter, get up, getting ready to buy in, and then this other guy bought in, younger guy. And I asked him if, he picked up his chips. I said, "Are you going to play there?" And he goes, "Do you want it? If you want to throw here, you can." I said, "Fine, I'd like to, throw from there." So he went to the end of the table, but I didn't know that the girl next to me stick left two. The hook had two girls. Then the guy who was going to throw was there, and then another girl and another guy in the corner. All in there, like I would say late 20s. So anyway, I get the dice. On the other end, there's a lot of people too. So I get the dice. Everybody's playing all tall, all small. So I start to play this little strategy because, all day long, all other sessions long, I lose 76, 130, whatever. So I decided, well, I'm going to play combats, which I rarely ever do. But I'm telling myself, if I play a combat and a 7 comes, at least I'm going to get paid for that combat, right? So that's the least I could do, I thought, at those days where I was losing. So anyway, I continued to play that strategy. Picked up the dice and I threw, and at the nugget, I know that the dice for me anyway has to stay low. So I picked it up, I threw, had pass line, I had to play a pass line. I threw a 7 on a come up. Threw again, another 7 on a come up. I said, I don't want this set. So I changed the set. I threw 11. And all these guys, they're all happy. Oh, thank you. So anyway, pick up the dice, threw again, aces. I don't want this set. So I changed the dice again to another set. Then threw a number. So anyway, throwing, and I was throwing pretty decent, and so we're all joking with this, the girls and the guys on this side. Oh, Uncle Mel, thank you, whatever. I'm like, I'm not a shooter, I'm a strategist. So don't bet too much money. And anyway, I'm throwing decent. I'm making points. I'm pressing up my bets, and I had 3, 5, 6 on the small side already done. Tall side, I only had like the 9 and 11 on the tall side. So anyway, picked up the dice, threw, and the people at the bottom, they wanted the 10 because the girl at the end was showing me. Every time I looked down, she's like 10, right? Because I guess they had the hard 10 and some money on the place bet 10. So anyway, throwing, hitting my 6 and 8s. In fact, not the 8, hitting the 6s, the 5s, the 9. And I was collecting. So anyway, ended up through the dice. I threw the 12. So then I picked up the dice. I threw an easy 10. They were happy, although they lost a hard 10, but they did have money on the play, so they were happy about that. I got back the dice. I threw right back the 8. So now I made the tall, and I needed the 2 and the 4. 2 and the 4? Yeah, 2 and the 4 on the small side. So anyway, threw. I could have changed the set, trying to get the 2 and the 4, but, I'm making money, so why am I going to try and change the dice and maybe a quick 7? So anyway, by the time I got through throwing, I'd say I threw at least 25, 27 rolls, maybe. I even surprising myself because I am not a shooter. So anyway, made some money. I cashed out about almost 1,000 just betting this small little strategy. And all the girls and the guys on this side, they was making me laugh. They were, oh, Uncle Mel, thank you. I'm like, oh, I got a bunch of nieces and nephews now. But anyway, that's my story, and I'd say I lost about 2,500 being down, playing into the $7,000 mark. But after getting back my money from all these sessions, I recovered at least $4,000, and I don't know why that couldn't happen from day one, make all that money, and the last day be bad. But I was happy enough to build myself up. Lost I'd say about 2,500, and that's just including my $500 in the slots and supporting my girlfriend and her playing. So that's it for my trip report. I'm gonna put out a video on the strategy that I was playing when I was making money. It was working for me, but there is a lot of things I could have changed so that I could have pressed up higher my bets, instead of playing this combat. But anyway, go check out the video when I post it. I'll be going up in April. I heard the Golden Arm got canceled, but I'll be up there from April 19th to the 25th. So if you're up there, drop by, say hello. Thank you for your support. If you watch my videos and you're not subscribed, please do. I would appreciate that. Leave a thumbs up and hit the notification bell so if I put out any more videos or when I do, you get notified. Again, when you're in the hotels, please play to stay alive.